Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for the second men's semi-final of the VNZ National Club Champs. Join me in the commentary box is Jake Darling, member of the Shirley Volleyball Club and the New Zealand Men's National Club. Welcome, Jake.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Thank you very much. Welcome to be here on this fine Friday evening in Wellington in the capital.
So, Jake, what can we expect from tonight's game, tonight's semi-final?
Oh, plenty of fireworks. You've got this Nelson Pine side, plenty of experience, a lot of wisdom.
Why are you putting on that funny voice? Just because we're online, doesn't it? Why do you sound funny? Jake, of course, hailing from Waimea.
Yes, the fine top of the South finishing school, volleyball factory.
Seems a bit biased having a Nelson person in the commentary box when Nelson Pine's playing in the semi-final.
Oh, it's always nice to have a bit of intel on the home province.
Yeah, it does. And saying that though, I did play a few seasons for Playaz at the South Pacific Challenge. So
Yes.
all the player brethren out there, welcome.
Well, Pines would be one of the clubs that you wouldn't be able to give us any intel on, with it being one of the clubs that you haven't played for, Thomas.
I have played for a few clubs in my time, but that's enough about me. So, Jake, recently you went away with the New Zealand men's team. Where'd you guys go?
Yeah, so we went away in July for the second phase of the World Championship qualifying. So it was a very good experience for a relatively inexperienced New Zealand side, going up against some very professional and well-drilled outfits in Australia. Struggling to recall now. Thailand,
Chinese
Taipei, Japan, the old foe.
Highlights of the tournament, what happened? Highlights for you?
Personal highlights, we managed to take a set off Thailand, which with being a very amateur-based side, it was a great tester for us to see, just how far this New Zealand Federation can take it, and just a real good launching pad for us to launch from. But yeah, certainly the aim was to go away and look at winning games, but yeah, it's always going to be a bit of a tall order coming here against some very well drilled and professional outfits, such as the likes of your Australias, who are full to the brim with with very much professional outfits, playing in the off season all year round in Europe. But we gave it our best and had a lot of fun in the process. So yeah, great week.
Good to hear. So what's next for the New Zealand men's squad?
Very good question, Tommy. Obviously the club champs is everyone's focus at the moment, but I'm sure we'll have something coming up in the pipeline. Head coach Colin Redpath will be scheming away behind the scenes.
Of course, Colin is the coach of Nelson Pines, isn't he?
Yes, very much.
Speaking of Nelson
Conflict of
Pines,
interest. Here we go.
See their starting lineup there. We've got Ben Glue, of course.
The ageless Ben
Opposite,
Glue.
giving a nice hongi to Gillies Black.
Yes.
See a new addition to Pines as well.
Yes.
Mayava.
Number 12, Sean Mayava, formerly of the Barbarians or Messina clubs here in Wellington. Made the switch over to Pines this year. So
Great to see Pines sourcing some local talent.
yes, absolutely. Born and bred Nelsonians, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Bit of sarcasm in that, Tama.
Good to see as well. John Gibbs, big old Gibbs out there.
Yes, former teammate of mine at down in Shirley. Made the move to Wellington last year, so good to see him back out in the court. He's struggled with injuries of late, and it's great to see him out there and out in the middle.
He's a seasoned veteran, isn't he? But speaking of veterans, leading the side, we of course have number 1 Patrick Schoen. What can you tell us about Patrick, having played with him a few times in the New Zealand men's team?
Oh, Patrick's just one of those guys, he's just great to have out there. Nice calm head, good leadership, leads from the front, and just really, sets a tone, and just, makes you want to lift when he's out there, when you're around him. So here we go, first serve.
From Luis, setting for
Oh, and that's an ace.
And this is exactly what we're going to see from players for the rest of the night.
Oh.
So you've got Luis serving. Of course, anytime these guys get a good point, they're going to celebrate it like nobody's business.
Can't really ask for a much better way to start a semi-final than with a service ace.
Yes, exactly, and an interesting lineup as well. And their front court alone has well over 60 years of experience here in Volleyball New Zealand. We've got Hati Alatini in the middle.
Giles Black with the pipe.
Alan Sachu, of course, hitting the pipe there.
Oh,
Nice
and it's
block
another
by
block.
Hati
Number 8.
standing at 6'6", a wingspan of 3 meters, I'm guessing. He is a big boy.
Plus, 3 meters plus. He's a very large man with a very large jump.
Does have a large
Deadly
jump.
combination.
Next to him, of course, are 2 very strong left-handed hitters. You see that,
Oh,
Mike? Oigeke.
overpass there. Giles Black, traditionally in middle, so he's been playing on the outside this week and seems to be working so far for the Pines. So
See a lot of that actually. The middle's changing to outside.
we've
I
actually
mean,
got,
you yourself as well.
we've got 3 middles out there at the moment. Actually, number 2 Simon Peterson, a member of the New Zealand men's side as well, playing through the middle and for that side. On the D, and he sends it long.
Yeah, he's a wealth of experience, isn't he? So
Very
what
much
we're
so.
seeing as well is an orthodox team in Pines with a lot of experience versus a lot of experience on the other side with traditional jungle ball.
Yes, jungle ball being, yes, very much unconventional, unstructured volleyball, but nevertheless very effective.
So who else have we got on the side? We've got Brad Takai there, hitting from now. He's
Yes,
hitting
the
now.
left-handed
There he
opposite.
is, showing us.
Yeah.
He is one-time captain of New Zealand himself.
Yes, very much so. Brad Takai with 10 plus years experience easily in the New Zealand men's setup.
Players just looking at their bench as well.
Oh,
They've got a wealth of
missed
experience
there.
on the bench as well. That depth.
Yeah, I can see this. Number 6 Sam Franken, formerly of the Harbour Raiders club.
MVP at 1 year, of 1 year as well.
Yes, so plenty of
Actually-
experience to draw on.
We have 4 MVPs playing in this tournament, playing in this game. 4 ex-MVPs.
Oh, Alan Sartiu with the steep angle. Hits it straight back at Maiva.
So we just see the Libera come off.
Alatini with the serve.
Oh, was that MacGyver?
Maiva powerful through the middle. Yeah, number 9 MacGyver Lafaeli, not quite getting all of that. Blue back to serve.
Powering that one through.
Mike finding a hole in that block.
Got a wicked arm on him, eh?
Very
A lot of
much so.
spin, plenty of power.
Oh, yeah.
Is it just me or does Louise's shirt look the wrong colour?
Yeah, I think it might be a bit of sweat involved there.
Mind you, when you're as strong and fit as him, probably do work pretty hard.
Black sending that one long.
Some of
Players
these-
are loving it.
Some of these scenes are reminiscent of that video that went viral of them winning 2016 semi-final.
15 semi-final to correct
semi-final.
you there, sorry Tame. But
Yeah.
yeah, back a couple of years ago, Players winning 15-12 in the 5th against, and a service ace.
Yes,
They are on
in
fire now.
2015 after 13 years of losing in the semi-final.
Yes.
It's great to see players actually win a semi-final and get through to the final, and the resulting celebration ended up going viral on Bollywood.
Yeah, Bollywood gaining tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views. Players were going worldwide.
I definitely added to a lot of those views, I'm not going to lie. See on the
So-
referee stand there, we've got Des Kirikiri.
Yep, and his trusted Jandals.
Yep, infamous for his jandals, isn't he?
Yes, there's Duke going out, Jandals.
Oh, I'll take this opportunity now to update you on the women's second semi-final. We've got Shirley from Christchurch playing against Marwell from Baplinny. At the moment, it is 13-10 to Shirley. Back to this game now. So, thoughts on the opening plays? Jake?
Yeah, well, it seems that certainly players are well up for this. They've come out of the blocks with a hiss and a roar, and Pines just haven't quite adjusted yet. They haven't quite settled into their rhythm. Here we see Glue.
And these teams haven't met at this tournament yet, have they?
No, both on opposing sides of the draw, so this is the first encounter at this tournament. Obviously both sides very familiar with each other from previous encounters. Yeah, so Black back to serve.
A lot of power there. Just getting caught on the net touch there as well.
Oh yes, maybe trying to force it a little bit too much, trying to do a bit too much with it, but
just goes to show you how important discipline is on the defense, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Staying in your position, trusting everyone else doing their job.
Sachu back to serve. Simon Peterson on the outside.
That was a nice pass. Was that Harry who passed it in?
Yes, Harry Ferguson of Nelson College, so one of the few born and bred Nelsonians in this side. Good to see Harry back in the side after not being involved in much of the earlier Southern Zone qualification tournaments, but obviously back on board here for Nationals, and Pines are really looking like they're loving having him back in the mix.
Just hope they can capitalise on the skills he brings to the team, eh?
Yes, absolutely.
On the flip side though, we see players settling into their rhythm, doing what they do best. Unfortunately, no, that's not what I'm talking about. But
No, Big John Gibbs forms an opposing barrier at that net, and that's enough for players to call a timeout. They'll have 30 seconds to regroup.
I'll just take this moment as well to all those people watching live. If you'd like a shout out, feel free to click for a message on the Facebook page. Give VNZ a like and a share. Otherwise, you can contact Jake Darling on his personalised Tinder page.
None of that carry on for me, Tame.
Spoken for, are you? Of course he is. He's a lovely partner.
Maiva back to serve. Oh, Brad Tarkai. He's got a mortgage out on that deep corner.
And that's what I've been after, ladies and gentlemen. With some good banter here in the commentary box.
Yeah, Brad Tarkai. That's his meat and drink, that deep corner. Peterson again on the outside, tooling off those hands.
One thing spectators would have noticed is Alan Sachu quick off the mark trying to chase that ball down. Something he's really good at. His speed, able to chase down a lot of ball.
Very athletic, very athletic.
With quads like that though, you'd be silly not to be athletic really.
Doesn't mind a leg press, I've heard. Ooh. Tarkai just sending that one a touch long.
Yeah, not quite getting his hand on it.
Shown back to serve again.
As a server, is there anyone you would be targeting on the player's side?
I mean, not anyone in particular. Hate to single anyone out, but Brad Tarkai is probably more suited to the opposite position, so perhaps they could look to bring him forward, get him moving around. But obviously he's been around the game a wee while. He's not opposed to a pass. As we see shown again. So that one into the net, so Luis back to serve.
Luis, of course, is very strong serve. Good jump on him. Plenty of strength, obviously. You see there, just pushes it a little long, a little hard.
Showing his experience there, knowing not to go up and jump on that. Good judge of that ball. Peterson back to serve. There we go. Looks like they've identified Takai as the service target, so we'll see if they continue.
And of course, on the players' bench coaching is the legend himself, Messi Sachu.
Yes. Oh, and there he goes again. Peterson goes short down that line. The libero, Trevor Sachu, tries to cover cross and cover that, but to no avail.
Interesting fact is that's how I actually got this job as a commentator. I informed Volleyball New Zealand that I had in fact played with four Sachus.
Four Sachus.
Four Sachus.
Yes, as we see
Now.
there, Pine's getting a bit excited. Big John Gibbs, he's loving it.
And Massey's called the timeout for players just to re-establish themselves, shake off those last few points, get back into what they do.
Just need to find that rhythm again, need to find that enthusiasm. One big block will surely reignite that flame.
Doesn't take much for players. They can get up at any moment.
They'll get excited on the smell of an oily rag, mate.
I see there the experience on the bench of Hines as well.
Yes, senior national titles sitting on that bench. As we see in shot there, Terran Proraki in the headband. Member of all four of Nelson Pines' 4 national titles in a row from 2012 through to 2015.
Yeah, they were unlucky to come over last year, so could this be the year to win it back?
Well, that's a burning question, but right now we're enjoying a very tight and contested battle.
Spectacular game. It's been a long tournament for these boys as well. And you saw bodies out there, we saw it in the last game. We did comment on it as well. How's the body feeling for you right now, Jake?
Yeah, very much looking forward to Sunday. May not be the body that's so sore on Sunday, more so the top 2 inches. But certainly looking forward to giving the body a bit of R&R. But wouldn't have it any other way. Going out there into battle with your teammates and giving it your best. But another net touch for Pines here. No
Some
whistle
exciting
called.
ball going.
And as we see there, the players' side going absolutely bananas.
Seems to be a bit of confusion happened there. Everyone thought the whistle had gone.
Yes. It's the old adage, you play to the whistle.
Play to the whistle. The ref did give them the indication as well that he hadn't called anything.
Yep.
Can you continue play? Players were in the better spot to continue playing.
So 14 all, could go either way here. Takai back to serve. Big John Gibbs.
So for those of you just tuning in, we're here with Tommy Malcolm and Jake Darling. Getting a few questions on the live stream there. Who's commentating?
Sachu trying to go line there, just gave it a bit too much. John Gibbs back to serve again.
The beauty about this live stream brought to you by VNZ as well is we've got spectators from all around the world. We've actually got Alan Kerr watching in China.
Oh, Alan, yes. Teammate of mine. And both yourself as well.
I think I might have played with him once or twice.
Yes. Swanning around the world, teaching the future generations, so shout out to Alan.
Players.
Peterson appealing for the interfering ball on the court, but referee Des not having a bar of it.
That's one thing you can always trust players to do is continue playing and continue to bring that enthusiasm no matter what.
Absolutely.
Wow, great tune.
Either seeing the block there and just cutting it back away from the block finding some open pasture. Great shot. Being Blue back to serve. Great dig, Ferguson.
Oh, just wide there.
Peterson just sending that a touch wide. Not happy with that.
So both teams still feeling each other out. Not sure where doesn't seem to be any definite tactics I can see.
Peterson, great diving pass. Black goes fishing for hands. Nobody's biting.
Tight ball game.
Both teams trading blows here.
That serve.
Oh, overpass but not capitalised on by players.
Great swing by Sticky. Up by Brad. Out to Allen. To the top. Charles up.
Black.
We've still got it
Great
going.
dig by Ferguson. Oh,
We've still a ball game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. The crowd are on their feet right now.
oh, it's still continuing. Oh,
Allen with the balance, just keeping it calm.
nice and composed.
And there we go, Playaz.
Opting to go
Diving
through
with
the
the
middle
salute
now.
at the camera. He knows what's good. Playaz, well-earned point there.
Yes, hopefully that's a sign of things to come for the rest of the evening.
How does it feel to win a point like that?
Oh, it just sets the tone for the rest of the set. And again with the service ace. Playaz absolutely fizzing.
And a tactical timeout by Colin, was it?
Coach Redpath's seen enough. Having a breather.
Get some water in the boys, some oranges. So Jake, no doubt you've played against many of these guys.
Yes, absolutely. Playaz we had a battle with this morning.
I heard it went quite the distance.
Yeah, so us being the Shirley club, very much a young side, the rebuilding phases. A few departures in the last couple of years. Yeah, we had a good fight this morning. Eventually losing in 4, but the boys showed a lot of promise, and yeah, certainly well earned by Playaz.
For a young team, you'd be quite happy with it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we sort of didn't really have any expectations coming into this week, and the boys have really shone through and played beyond their years, showed great composure.
Great solid serve there. Gone to him again. He snuck it through.
Everything's just coming up roses for Playaz here.
Oh, and here we go on with the
Oh, Redpath.
change up. Try to break that momentum. So what's going on
maybe
here?
opting for just a little bit more passing consistent with Proraki.
Steady head on court as well.
Yes,
Settle it down.
very much a wise owl.
At 2018, there's not much in it, so you obviously want to try and make the most of it.
Looking for a side out here. Instantly Proraki offers up a very good pass, and Black.
Giles with a nice block there,
No
shutting down
following
Louise. Louise won't be happy with that, but he's got his number now. He knows where things are at.
Yeah, absolutely. Black, very much a big game player, gets up for these playoff matches.
Of course, he was in the New Zealand squad as well.
Absolutely, yes, Giles Black. One of the 4 medals we took away to Australia. And one of the youngest in the side. It just, forgive me if you listen to this afterwards, Giles, I believe he's 21, so big future ahead of him. Already got a couple of 3 national titles under his belt, so a little bit greedy if I may say so at such a young age.
Wow, I've heard of some people going 16 years and only having one and retiring on that one.
Oh, Finding a way through that triple block. Players just taking all the opportunities here. They'll be looking for another.
It's always a pleasure to watch players.
Absolutely, just their love for the game is unrivaled. Black with the overpass.
Brad Tarkai, left-handed legend he is. Recently just married.
Yes. Earlier this year, I believe.
And no doubt his lovely wife is watching, Courtney.
Sachi with the roller.
Great up. Oh, they've called it.
Oh. Coach Kerry saying this.
I mean, when you
Referee.
got a player like Sticky winding up, you're going to be more tense, eh? Got a shoulder on him.
Absolutely. He's got all the shots in his arsenal, so be prepared for anything when he winds up.
Very strong mental game as well.
Absolutely, yes. Very positive influence out on the court.
Yeah, quite
Great hit on those shoulders.
a cohesive member of the team, isn't
Yes. Makes him, say, gels the team.
he? Gets him out of sticky situations, I should say.
Peterson with the fist pump. He likes that one.
He is the king.
Very good front court here for Nelson. They'll look to capitalise on this.
Very good front court indeed. John standing at over 2 metres tall.
Oh, Maeva with the ace
That
serve.
was the serve that Pines needed. Pat shown there with the dirty little dab.
Good rotation here for Nelson. They'll look to really hold him this and hopefully ride it to the end of the set.
See how Alan Such is taking a lot of that court for pass.
Oh, and he
He's
sent
confident.
that one long. So players,
Players like that.
can they capitalise on that missed serve?
Driver back to serve. Wait
Des
for the
asking to have
whistle.
that one again.
You wait for the whistle. That's what Des is telling him. He's telling him what's
Guyver
up.
just a little bit too excited to get underway. Black.
He's asking for those one outs. Great up. Come on, chase that down. Brad Tarkai chases that down, does he? Brings it back in. Gets it back over. Back into it.
Great pick up by MacGyver.
He's just getting all the ups, isn't he?
Blue.
Ball on court.
Ball on court.
And that ball's come from the neighbouring court, which of course means a stop for health and safety reasons. See if MacGyver can keep up that same defence work on the backcourt. Wow, that's some height there. Luis going up against John. Unlucky.
Peterson.
Simon with a nice swing.
Finding some hands. 23 all. Nothing separating these two sides.
They're going to go right the distance, aren't they?
Oh, I hope so. Make for a thrilling encounter. Captain shown back to serve.
Just getting some more messages coming in. Some from previous players. The O'Day boys making an appearance in the messages asking for a shout out. They of course are preparing for the Commonwealth Games. They want to make selection to represent New Zealand in the Commonwealth Games.
Absolutely very big news. With beach volleyball being included in the 2018 Gold Coast Commonwealth Games. So exciting times ahead for beach volleyball in New Zealand.
Yeah, with those boys as well as Renee Kappa and Morgan Seymour. Brothers representing. Back to this game anyway, 24-23. Wow, they've caught it in.
Captain shown
Unlucky to lead that one.
coming up with an ace
Thought it was
on
going out.
set point.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and Sunny, stay tuned for the next set. my hockey, my ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the semi-final. I'm your commentator Tame, and with me again is Jake.
Yes, here we go. Start the second set.
So Hines, lucky to get away with that first set, eh?
Yeah, players will be feeling a bit robbed. They would have felt like they had the upper hand in that set, and just a couple of unlucky points didn't go their way at the end there, but I'm sure they'll be out for revenge in this set. They won't die wondering.
Yeah. I see players are missing a few players as well. Sonny Hidini is absent as well, I see.
Yes, opted to dabble in a bit of beach volleyball.
Yeah, I think he's actually in the gym doing a bit of chest and arms.
Nothing wrong with that, Thomas.
You'd be no stranger to that, would you?
Just got to keep the rig in good shape.
So how important is the gym for volleyball players?
Well, I guess it really starts to come in handy with these sort of tournaments. Keeping the body in good working order, mobility and stability, those sorts of things that really start to shine through at the back end of these sorts of tournaments where you really rely on your body to carry you through.
Looking at the physicality on court as well.
Yeah, a lot of athleticism out there, and
that game is played so much higher than your regular social volleyball, isn't it?
yes, absolutely. A bit higher than your Wednesday nights down at the local YMCA.
Is that where you cut your teeth, at the YMCA?
The Richmond Badminton Hall, Richmond Nelson. Playing with the squidgy balls.
How far you've come, eh?
Oh yes, take me back, I say.
Speaking of distance,
Takai.
we hopefully there's some whānau at Piako Street watching. I think that's the name of the street. It's where the Sachi boys grew up. Many a backyard volleyball played there. Down in Otara, South Auckland. So if they are watching, hopefully the whānau's all healthy and safe.
There, see Glue just carving that one angle.
Oh, he knows his court, doesn't he?
Yeah. Very familiar with the 81 square metres that he has available.
Players, it seems they're playing quite a fast ball, aren't they?
Yeah, probably just looking to send the ball. Luis does set the ball quite flat, hoping to catch that middle blocker out and get himself a one-on-one block on the outsides. But big John Gibbs, very mobile man across the net.
Oh, Big John's
As
happy
we
with
see
that
there,
block. The big old llama likes what he gets.
picture perfect example of it. He's animated.
quite happy to run into John's wife, Leanne, in the crowd before. Very excited to be watching this semi-final, and she's hoping, of course, that they make the finals.
Yes, absolutely. And moving up here for a job with the Ministry of Education, I believe.
Yeah. It's always one of the things about volleyball in New Zealand here, ladies and gentlemen, is we care a lot about each other. Despite going to battle on court, off the court we remain good friends.
Yes, absolutely.
Seems we're being attacked here in our commentary box there, Jake.
Yes. Had a ball launched into the commentary box here.
Seems we've lost the ball under our commentary box, but not to worry. We'll, as the professionals we are, we'll carry on.
As we see there, Glue just sends that one a touch wide. Would have probably hoped for a couple of hands, but no such luck. Brings Hati Alatini back to serve.
Hati, of course, many nationals he's been
Oh, and
to.
here he comes up with the service. Ace Black opting not to play at that one. much to his demise.
Just goes to show you don't need the big high jumpers or the big powerfulness.
Absolutely.
As long as you know your court.
Accuracy can be very much as efficient as power.
And I see Pies have changed the libero.
Yeah, number 8, Luca Velibit, product of Marlborough Boys College.
Yep. Not Stone, sorry, from Nelson. So
yeah, grew up with Luca, actually playing football of all things, as well as volleyball, of course. But Luca, a bit of a journeyman. Went to university in Otago, played for the Scorpion Club. We're actually here in Division 2, fighting it out. I believe they're in the semi-finals, so shout out to the Scorps boys. And then yeah, obviously Luca Velibit moving up here to Wellington, doing a postgraduate teaching course, and joining up with the Wellington-based Pines fraternity, which forms the majority of the Pine side, which always begs the question, the Nelson Pines.
It does make me wonder if Volleyball New Zealand will ever go to a situation where you must live in the city you play for.
Absolutely, raises a very good argument.
Or at least the region.
Yes, which may spur the likes of Nelson to perhaps join the Central Zone competition. But that's a conversation for another day. Meanwhile,
it's above our pay grade there, Jake.
Yes, absolutely.
Patrick Schoen calling out for that. That is my ball. Leave it alone.
Velibit with the dig. Black.
Brad Tarkai making me up. Unlucky there.
Yes, just want to have a quick chat with Alan. Perhaps not too impressed with his players' reaction to the call.
As a captain, Jake, what would you be saying to the ref right now?
Well, it's depending on whether Alan has a question for Des or Des has a question for Alan, but we always look for the referee's interpretation, just to pick the brain of the referee, just to get in the ear. Which gives your players a bit of a break as well, so
as you're saying, yeah, 6 games.
Each and every way you can earn a bit of a rest is a godsend, so.
Yeah, as saying, there's been 6 games played so far for these teams, so I'll be feeling it. But the hype of the semi-final and the glory that comes with it will get these guys up.
There'll be a lot of adrenaline out there, getting those tired bodies through. And as we see here, Big Mike coming up with the service ace. Bit of a game of touch going on out there.
Players showing their skills.
Cross-code skills. Black.
Oh, and here we go. As we were saying before, this is what players are famous for.
Yeah.
Give them an inch and they'll jump a mile.
As they stretch it out now to 10-5. And Coach Redpath making the substitution. Taryn Proraki in. Again, looking for a bit more stability on that pass perhaps. Patrick Schoen chasing that one down. Oh, bit of a miscommunication there.
Yeah, looks like Alan may be hurt.
Oh, and Glue with no block. He doesn't need a second invitation.
Just goes to show you the power of communication.
Yeah,
Seems
slight
Alan may have been hurt there, but I think he's shaking it off. Just a quick look to his brother there, Nessie, to see.
Built tough. Glue back to serve.
Loving this passing lineup as well. 2 Sachi boys taking everything. And the set there drawing the
Another
touch.
near touch. Seen quite a few of those today. Perhaps both teams just trying maybe a little bit too hard on the block. Reaching that a little bit too far, but
Just shows the importance of both teams have placed on trying to shut down the offense. They obviously really want it. Here we go.
give Nelson
Patrick
an easy
Schoen
ball. Going to get that
says,
off.
don't worry about it, boys. I've got this one.
Take a back seat, boys. Yeah, they'll give it a swing. And setters love to do that, don't they?
Oh, yes. There's
Very
nothing
seldom
better.
get any glory.
There's nothing better as a setter than putting that ball away yourself. That'll go down as a kill.
Again,
Oh,
Trevor wearing
great
that one.
middle attack. Very high swing.
And Massey calling the timeout. Just to give the boys a drink.
Players just having a bit of a breather,
That's all it is.
regather their thoughts. Pines looking to fight their way back into this one.
Meanwhile, on the women's court in their second semi-final, we have Marwell up 18-13 to Shirley in the second set. Shirley, of course, won the first set. It's got a good ball game going on over there as well. Shows the level of volleyball going on in this semi-finals here, AJ.
Yeah, absolutely. Friday night down at ASB is always a cracker. All this champagne volleyball.
Champagne volleyball. Of course, the finals are on tomorrow, so if anyone is fortunate enough to be in Wellington on Saturday night and they're looking for some entertainment, come down to ASB Stadium.
Men's
the
final
best.
scheduled for 4 o'clock.
I'm not sure actually, I'll find out for you, but you get to see the best in the country go at it for the title.
Absolutely.
As well as, I believe, some of the best players get named, don't they?
Yeah, they do I believe it's a star 8 now, so we have two best outsides, 2 best middles, best libero, best opposite, best setter, and the overall MVP as selected by the committee, made up of a number of the wiser heads here at the Club National Tournament.
And they have a tough job ahead of them looking at some of the talent that's on show today, even in this
Absolutely.
game right here. I mean, that player alone, 3 blocks. Waikiki knows how to hit it around it with that power as well. Left hand just swinging away. Quite impressive as well to see 3 left-handers. Ben Blue, Waikiki and Brad.
Something quite majestic about seeing a left-handed hit on the D side.
A good left-hander. Wow, Allen just eating that one up.
Oh, Luis taking a tumble. That doesn't look good.
He's taking his time getting up. Ask for a replay. Oh, he's down.
This could be a twisted ankle, perhaps.
The bane of every volleyballer's career.
Massey having the great option of having Sam Frankham
Yes,
on
he's
the bench to bring in.
obviously his first concern is for the player. The second one he looks for is on his bench to see who he can make the sub for to get them back in a position where they can carry on. But it seems Louise is shaking it
Luis.
off.
Nothing stopping that man from getting his semi-final underway.
He's a hungry man for that final, isn't he? So he's just thanking Des there for stopping the game when he was injured. And of course, Des is able to stop a game for any reason he feels that someone's safety might be at risk. Patrick and Sticky just have that great combo, don't they?
Yeah, they've played together for a number of years now.
And yeah, it shows, doesn't it? They just
And
know where each other are.
Schoen's got that ball on a string.
That unspoken communication, they know.
Telepathic.
What's that like playing against, Jake?
Obviously very difficult because it is such a fast ball. And with Nelson having such a large number of offensive options, you've really got to cover all them off. So certainly Sticky is your number 1 target, so poses a very big threat, but just got to try and shut him down.
Nice serve there by Louise.
Free ball here now for Nelson. What can they do with it? Big John Gibbs.
Wow,
Patrick Schoen.
putting on a blocking clinic out there. Not much seemed to get through there, no.
Two very offensively dominated sides.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, keep those comments coming in on the live stream.
Go back to serve now. Players up 14-11.
Wow, that's some power behind these serves.
Big Simon Peterson shuts that one down.
Watching them on the screen just isn't the same as being here in person, is it, Jake?
No, absolutely not.
Hear that sound and you can feel that power behind it.
The pixels do them no justice.
Great pass in, and it all starts with that pass. And there it is.
Great set from Louise, holding that middle blocker for just that fraction of a second.
Of course, the winner of this game goes through tomorrow's final to play North Harbour Raiders.
Absolutely.
Is there any team in particular you would prefer to see play in tomorrow's final against North Harbour Raiders?
I mean, there's pros and cons for both of these sides matching up against the North Harbour Raiders. Obviously, we've seen over the years a number of Nelson Pines versus North Harbour Raiders final, with Nelson Pines getting the majority of those wins. So
you're saying boring, been there, done that?
Not necessarily, but perhaps players might offer something a bit different. Something, perhaps the unconventional nature of their play may be playing into their favour and may upset the apple cart of the Harbour Raiders.
Well, players are always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yes, absolutely.
After, what is it now, 15 years, they've only made one finals. You know what they say, you've got to lose a final to win a final, so players have lost that final. This could be the year.
Could be the year. Great swing. Big Mike.
They must have heard my commentating. So he talks about commentating, Curse, eh?
Yes. Perhaps launching a coaching career now, Tame, that your shoulder perhaps.
Well, I might have to focus on this commentating career, see if I can get this off the ground.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear you guys' feedback. Feel free to flick me a message on Facebook on how this commentating is going.
Look, I wouldn't quit your day job. I don't think Sky Sport will come calling any day, but
I've heard Justin Marshall, so...
Yeah, there's a time and place for that. And 7:30 on a Saturday night seems to be about the right place.
I'd like to be known as the Ian Jones of volleyball, but so only time will tell, I guess. So it seems on the other court, the women's semi-final.
Tied up at one apiece.
One apiece.
About to start the third set, so
Shirley and Marwell tied over there in the women's second semi-final. North Harbour women's as well going through to the final. So North Harbour must be doing something well to get both
there must be something in the water up there.
In the water up there. Both their men's and women's team through to the finals.
Yes. You may be able to assist, but when would the last time be that the same clubs won both the men's and women's title in the same year, if any? A bit of trivia for those out there.
Bit of trivia. If you feel like you know the answer, message in. I'd hazard a guess at sometime in...
Great touch by Patrick Schoen.
I actually can't tell you, Jake. And my years of playing, wow,
and
Playaz
as we see here, players.
Players like that.
No, none of the 6 players on the court. They've all cut a lap.
And their coach, Messi Sachu, likes that. The volume of the ball hitting the ground certainly got their bench on their feet. The boys.
Players looking to put the nail in the coffin here and tie this set up, send them to a third set, 1-1.
Oh, great serve.
And again with the ace.
They're riding this momentum, feeding on that high.
Nelson being put under a lot of service pressure at the moment, not getting that offense flowing like they would like to.
Another great serve.
2 in a row.
Do you think their coach Colin Redpath will call a timeout on this one?
If not now, surely shortly.
He needs to break this momentum. Sticking with it. He's trusting his players on court, and with that passing lineup I would as well. A lot of experience out there.
And there's one into the net. But a good run there for Playaz, gives them a nice 6-point buffer. Side out here, and they'll be closing in on the second set.
Again, Playaz opting for the 2-man receive system. Oh, I like that play.
Allen just carving it back angle in between the block. Move through to 22-15. Satu to serve.
That's a nice high middle. Pat Schoen just knows how to find him. Oh, and comes away with it. Solid point there. Patrick Schoen's just running the offense really well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really decided to take this by the scruff of the neck and really up the tempo here. Needing a big run out of Pro Raki here to get them back in this set.
And that's the serve to do it with.
That's not a bad start. Pro Raki offers a bit of an unorthodox topspin serve. And the fact that it doesn't come out with a whole lot of topspin.
Yeah.
A bit of side spin. Makes it very difficult to pass.
A bit of power behind it as well. Hard to get under it and get it up. Sort of comes at you quite fast. But that's the way to do it.
Good touch here.
Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What a ball game. This is the time to make it count. Communication. And players like it. They wanted it more. They got it.
Absolutely ecstatic.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if I could describe the scenes here as well. Every time they score a point, the crowd know about it. As we edge towards the end of the set, we've got the 2 big middles going at it.
Very good dig by Pro Raki to keep that point alive.
Unlucky there with the
Blue managing to squeeze that one down the front of the block.
Sticky just not quite closing that block, eh?
Hati Alatini, number 8. Multi Best Blocker Award winner. Poses a very imposing figure at the net.
Brad Takai just says, thank you, I'll take this point.
And that brings up set point here for Playaz. Luis back to serve. 6-point buffer too.
That's a strong serve. Terran making the up. Nice pass on it. Did we get some touches on that? We did. Players just committing. Even with this lead, they don't want to give up. They know that you have to earn titles.
Luis, a
appealing for a towel. Not surprising.
He's a sweaty man.
Obviously shows he's working hard, wants this title.
Alright, as we get back into it. Patrick showing up to serve. Going for the top spin. Nice pass by Trevor. Playaz just scrambling to get everything up. Oh, and Sticky just whipping that down.
That's a very quick set.
A very fast offensive play, isn't it?
Block was always going to do well to close that one out. And Massey said, let's just have a breather, boys.
And while they've taken a timeout on this court, we look to the women's court with Marwell up 6-4 to Shirley. Tied at 1-all in the third set here. The winner, of course, goes through to play North Harbour Raider women's team in the finals tomorrow. Could be anyone's ball game over there, to be honest.
Yes, it might be a long night here at the ASB Stadium.
Luckily, I've got some good company in this commentating box, eh?
Yeah, wish I could say the same.
Don't be a silly snake.
You're all right, mate.
It's a big old snakeroo.
Might require a coffee later in the evening. A wee nightcap.
It's never too late for pre-workout, really.
We could pop down to the fitness centre down at ASB here.
That's where I just came from before this.
Yes.
All
Well,
about that
we all know
rehab,
you're not
buddies.
opposed to a second workout in a day, so
Oh!
King.
Simon just going for it, but I love the way Alan Sachu read that play. He thought, I'm not giving you this
As soon as he
again.
saw it, Simon's eyes would have lit up at the opportunity to bury that overpass. Shone,
And
just
that is
sending
not the
one
way you want to win
wide.
a set, is it?
No.
But you take what you can get. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we come back for the third set, tied at 1-all in this men's semi-final. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go into the third set here. Playaz based out of Tauranga / Auckland against Nelson Pines. Of course, the winner of this game goes through to the men's final against North Harbour Raiders tomorrow night.
Yes. A very exciting contest tomorrow night. Just who the Harbour Raiders will be going up against, it's yet to decide.
Anybody's guess at this stage.
Faced with a best of 3 from here. Would have been 1-1, best of 5.
All those people that are watching all over, welcome back. If you would like any shout outs, like us to say anything, let us know. Flick us through a message or something. Phone lines went a bit dead for a while there. Wow. Giles up big and high there.
Reaching to the sky.
Wasn't the
Just
prettiest,
flicking that one down.
wasn't the prettiest of points, but hey, a point's a point in volleyball, eh?
Doesn't matter how you get it. Still worth
As long
the
as
save.
you get it. Allen with a solid pass. Ooh, Louise made an effort to get the split there, but Waikiki just couldn't quite.
Even Black was sold on that one. John Gibbs back to serve. Sending that one long.
John Gibbs, of course, a Rickerton boy.
Yes.
So we've stayed with the same lineups, I see, as well. Previous set.
Pro Rackies started out there this time. Perhaps looking to start with a better pass.
Louise not happy with himself there.
No. It's never nice missing a serve.
Considering he
Especially
started
in
the
these-
game up with that ace.
Yeah, absolutely. And in semi-finals, every point is gold, and you never like giving them away.
Great serve by Sticky. Thought he had that line open, but Trevor just managed to pull it away. Oh, it's a tough call here. Wow, he's gone with an in call. Oh, it's gone off the hitter, actually. Pat Schoen shutting down that line. Pat Schoen, how good of a blocker
Not
is he?
today, says Shown. Always handy having a setter that gives you a good blocking option like that.
He's a physical man, isn't he?
He's a specimen, all right.
In fact, both of these setters, very physical, very athletic. Perhaps that's a defining feature of these teams in the semi-finals, is having very athletic setters.
Yeah, well, perhaps a new age sort of setter, as we see in the previous game.
Well,
with Mowo and Big Polder Moronga.
yeah, an ex-middle that moved into setting a year ago. So this
Yeah,
is
it's
the
always
second
a
season.
handy
in it.
transition. Also a member of the New Zealand men's side that went away to Canberra earlier in the year. Was very much loved by the Australian commentators.
And on the other side of that game, you had Jack Redpath, a fine specimen of man he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably not quite as physically capable as some of these other setters on display, but comes from good pedigree, good bloodlines.
He does what he can.
Oh yes, he's very wise.
I do notice, however, we are yet to see Nick Turner get on court as well.
Yes.
Nick Turner, the backup
Speaking
centre
of fine
for
specimens, Nick Turner.
strawberry blonde that he is. Just having a look here at the bench for Pines. We've got Matt Wen, another ex-captain of the New Zealand men's team.
Yes. Certainly we are held in high esteem here. Great company.
It is a who's who of legendary volleyball players, I must say, in the semi-final. From the coaching staff right down to the bench. In fact, even in the commentary stands. Jake Darling, current New Zealand representative.
Pleasure to be here.
Wow, the power behind that from Hati Alatini. But Lucas says no thank you. Seems the drums have started up here as well.
Very
ladies and
close
gentlemen.
quarters here. Velbeck just getting one hand to that.
Sticky sneaks that one
Yeah,
through.
being glued.
Gets that point.
Very effective on that 3D hit.
And Luca was pivotal in getting that point, actually. Making those ups, keeping the ball controlled on their side. That dirty mo of his. Wouldn't expect anything less.
Never really given up on Movember. It's more of an all year round. John Gibbs doing his best on that one, but probably needed a wee bit of help in the middle there.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't hear us. As I said, the drums have started up, so the crowd is really getting behind both teams now. Oh, Patrick Schoen giving Sticky the one-on-one. Of course, with a hitter like Sticky, you're always going to put your money on him, aren't you?
Absolutely. Very effective, very dependable in these situations.
When you've played at the level he has for the amount of time he has, you wouldn't expect any less.
A lot of miles on that clock.
Patrick Schoen
sending that one wide. He's not happy.
He's just not quite finding his range on that jump serve. Not since that first set, but player of Pat's caliber. Don't let it worry him, he'll get back into it. And there we go, they're just dishing Sticky. It's a great combo there.
Starting to wind up now. Correct, he's sending that one wide too, so a couple of service errors here for Pines.
It's all it takes to let another team back in, eh? Just a few misserves here and there. Something you definitely want to avoid.
Just trying to do a bit too much with it.
Volleyball 101, ladies and gentlemen. Put the ball in the
another
court.
service error, so service errors are the order of the day here at the moment. Let's see who can hold their serve. Big John Gibbs, is he the man?
There he is. You can always rely on Big Love. Oh, and Brad Takai
carves that one line.
Punishing that line. Classic. Boom goes the dynamite. Sticky's trying to get that line in as well.
Takai. Seems a bit like Takai versus Glue here.
Battle of the left-handeds.
Yes. A lot of experience there. Glue giving that one.
Players, though, not giving up on
Plenty
it,
of
chasing it
firepower.
right down. As I was saying in that last set as well, they, no matter what, they will chase down balls. They will do what they can.
Never say die attitude.
Great attitude to have in volleyball. This is a new thing we're seeing from Sticky this year. There's a jump toppy.
Yeah, he brought it out in the Southern Zone qualification matches this year. A bit different, obviously. Oh, as we see a
Players
campfire,
like
as they call it. A number of players huddled around the ball. No one willing to put their hand to it.
So Sticky has only just started experimenting with this top spin.
Yeah, it's the first I've seen of it out of him this year. Typically a jump float server.
Yes,
Great
indeed.
effect. But yeah, Brad Takai.
And how awesome is it to have that support on the bench when you make a serve like that we see from players?
There's nothing that gets the bench more fired up than a service ace.
And we've seen
Gives
a
the
change
rest of
here
your players
from
a
Pines.
break. Yeah. Simon Peterson.
Any particular reason you think Simon's come on?
Perhaps just trying something a bit different, offers something on the offense. Being Glue. This isn't his first time at the rodeo. He knows where to find hands.
He knows what he's doing out there, doesn't he?
He wants to add to that war chest of titles that he has.
With a nice
Nice pass there.
Great touch by Velibert.
Hutty with a big block.
Alatini, big presence at the net. Black.
What's the call gone?
Its call is in.
We have a few
From the
linesmen
linesman.
making interesting decisions. A bit controversial. But the referee sticking with his call, saying it was out. Pines don't seem too bothered. I think they know it was out. Pat Schoen just running that offense really well. Demanding his players be quick on the mark.
Starting to tune in now. Black, great swing there, finding the hole in that block.
And he's the type of player that you can do that with, eh? Running real quick, get him up
Yes, he's very athletic.
there. Being an ex-middle as well. And players say anything you can do, I can do better. In the form of Brad Tarkai's left shoulder.
Great examples of side-out volleyball.
Gicky on the serve line. How hard does this guy serve, right?
Yes. Just as you say that, commentator's curse.
No, it
It's
was
a wonderful thing.
So we saw two missed serves from Pat Schoen previously.
Yeah, we'll look to probably send this one a bit more central.
Does that quite well.
Black.
Allen going high off the hands there, sending it wide.
Velibert not quite able to chase that one down.
So could this possibly be fatigue setting in with all of these players missing serves? Uncharacteristic of them.
Oh, you put so much effort into this game and can sort of sometimes just get a bit heated. So, oh,
Luis knows his court.
yeah, that's a veteran play. Rubbing his elbow quite profusely there,
Not
perhaps.
sure. I think he might have got scratched there, but a fingernail scratched
Yeah.
up, scratched him up.
Pat Schoen perhaps not quite cutting his nails this week, letting them grow out.
Wouldn't go down well at indoor netball, would it?
Absolutely not.
Over with a good serve there. Kieran able to get it up nice and easy.
Glue having to reach back for that one, still finding a way to put it away.
That off speed, getting that point.
Just rolling it over the block.
Have you ever seen John Gibbs jump serve?
I have not. Still hold out for the day, but I fear it may. Oh, big John Gibbs couldn't quite get under that one.
Committing to ground though.
He is renowned for his defensive work, big John Gibbs, so he'll be livid with himself in that one.
The man of many ups, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes, we all do live in hope that one day we'll see John toss a ball up and give it a good old topspin serve.
Fear that may end his volleyball career at the same time, so let's just be blessed we have him out in the court at the moment. Tarkai.
Better than some of us can say. Brad Tarkai going high on that one, trying to get it over so he can get himself some time to get back in the play.
Blue.
But Sticky,
Given that one plenty of angle.
he's psyched about it. He's pumped for that hit.
He's really starting to settle into his work here, Ben Glue. Oh, just sending that one a touch long.
So while this game's going on, of course, as I keep mentioning, we have the women's second semi-final. And it's 23-21 currently to Mawa women's team.
And an ace serve.
Bringing us back to this court.
Service pressure is the order of the day today.
Players just enjoying what they do, loving the game, making the most of the time out there.
going to take a timeout.
Colin Redpath wanting to slow things down a wee bit.
The level of volleyball here is amazing at the moment, folks. Got some spectacular games going on. Crowds drawn. Basically, no matter where you're sitting in the stadium right now, you're bound to be getting a good treat.
Yes, if you are in the Wellington area, tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, the men's final, 6 o'clock, the women's. Do come along because pictures just don't do it justice. You got to see it in person.
Tell you now that similar to this semi-final here, the women's semi-final is going down to the wire. As we get back into this game, Brad Tarkai on the serve line. Kieran pushing that one a little higher than he probably would like it. Pat's showing the guns.
He's fired up. He says, come on, boys. I'll lead you to the promised land.
Showing those guns. And while we see that banter going through the net, we all know that at the end of the day, these guys will come off here and still be the greatest of mates.
Very much in good spirit. Black sending that one long.
And our other players have
won't
gotten up.
that.
Both sides loving what they're seeing.
Nelson Pines-side just not quite able to reel in players here. They'd like to be pulling them back a bit quicker.
Oh, unlucky with the net touch there. Diver just not quite being as disciplined as he needs to be on that net.
Yeah, a couple of discipline errors just starting to creep in here, but one side out here, players will look to put the foot down.
Oh, with a little dribbly over the net. Sticky with a big bang. Waikiki just finding that gap. Kieran not happy with that block. Just knows that he didn't quite close those hands properly.
Waikiki back to serve. Recipient of the Best Server Award in Nationals gone by, so very handy to have at the service line.
Oh,
Pro Raki.
Showing his class. Classic tool.
Very efficient point. Not putting too much power on it, just going up there, finding those hands, and just abusing them.
No doubt you guys can probably see Shirley in the corner there, preparing for their fourth set.
Just enjoying each other's company.
Currently down 2-1 to Mowal. What am I?
Blue.
Oh, second ref's called the net touch.
Play-ons are cool.
John's happy about it. John Gibbs knows what's good.
And that brings Schoen to the service line.
Great shot.
Brad Tarkai.
Finding that corner, and the ball has ended up over here by us in the commentary box.
So Allen back to serve. 22-20.
With a nice high floater. Brad with a nice high swing. And Playaz.
Brad Tarkai really shining out in this set.
And Colin timeout, was it?
Yeah. Colin looks to have used both his timeouts for this set, so
Trying to break up that rhythm of players. Players getting some water in them. What do you think is going through the minds of Harbour right now? Pines.
well, they just need to work hard for a pass here, get a side out, and then just really look to shut out defensively. They'll have a good front court, so block will be required. And there we see Glue.
And that brings him back in.
Mr. Dependable. And a good rotation here for the Pines. Pro-Rec on the service line. Black, Glue and Gibbs. Bit of a tongue twister there in the front court.
Just catching him as
just tagging Vela, but they're not quite able to get enough of that on him.
I think Luca was trying to duck to let it go out.
Yeah, probably a bit caught in two minds.
Hesitation's not your ally in this sport.
Absolutely not. Got to go all the way.
You have to know your court, know your dimensions, know your players. Sticky wants it.
Glue taking the lion's share of the sets this set. Oh, and here we go.
The crowd has been waiting for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Turner coming onto court.
There has just been an influx into the stadium here. They've started charging at the door.
The crowd have wanted it. The crowd have got it. The other games have all stopped to watch this.
And he's come on and sent that serve long.
And that brings us to the closeout of this third set. Join us more for the fourth set after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move into the fourth set now. Players up 2-1 over Nelson Pines. With me in the commentary box is Jake Darling. Welcome, Jake.
Welcome back, yes. Start of the fourth set here. Players looking to put this one to bed. Close it out here in the fourth. Pines looking to fifth set.
So what?
Long way to go. They're leaving Nick Turner out there.
Yeah, giving him a chance to redeem himself after that unfortunate mistake.
Yeah, let's see how he does this time around.
A lot of weight on the shoulders of his.
Oh, he does better this time. Great serve.
Nice serve by
Great
Nick Turner.
serve.
The strawberry blonde has come to play.
Made up for that first error.
So
Players opting just to pass in two.
Yep, sticking
Seems
with
to
it.
work well for them so far.
What do you
Obviously
believe
makes it
Colin
look
said to
difficult.
the Pine guys during the break there, Jake?
I think they just need to go back to basics. Oh, Nick Turner, turn that up.
Turn it up or what? Tell me how Colin would perhaps say it in Colin's voice.
Oh, I do have aspirations of competing in the New Zealand men's team and tournaments in the future, so I think I'll keep that one for the locker room.
You're a wise man. Brad Tarkai going high on that one, putting
just
enough spin on it.
shaving a bit off that.
So we see players have stayed with the same rotation. Gone with the settled approach. Using
Yeah, gone with
experience.
the,
Don't want to rock the boat too much.
if it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Good saying. Giles with a nice pass there.
Oh, Gibbs. He'll want that one a bit higher.
A lot of speed on that one coming out of Nick's hands.
Yes, good speed, just not quite the height Gibbs was looking for. Made it very awkward.
Of course, when you're over 2 metres tall, you do want the ball at that higher level. You'd know.
Yes.
What are you standing at there, Jake? 2-0.
205. Unfortunately, I've stopped growing upwards and it's all going outwards now. Old age catching up with me.
Oh, the ref has gone with an interesting call here.
Luis agrees though, that's the main thing.
And so is Alan. Alan's accepted it. I think it might have been a net touch there. But players shaking it off. Back to Pines to serve.
Prorek is sending that one into the net.
Pines will start needing to dig deep now.
Brings
Cut down the errors, focus on those positives.
Arti Alatini back to serve. Been relatively quiet this game.
He has been, from what I understand as well, he was injured for a while there. He was injured previous game.
Oh, big John Gibbs. Yeah, Hati not taking the court this morning, opting to have a rest.
Obviously paid dividends for these guys as they are.
Keeps the body nice and fresh. Obviously a great luxury if you can afford to have your players rest.
You've got the depth on the bench, you can do that.
Absolutely.
Allen. Just his bread and butter. Going off those hands. Nice high hit.
For all. Waikiki back to serve.
Just dribbling over the net on that one. Nick Turner finding Simon.
Tarkai just
Sending it long.
not quite getting underneath that one. Trevor Sachi, the libero, just a bit angry with himself, not quite delivering that pass where it needed to go.
Ball on court here.
Very good passer though, Trevor.
Very good. Great defender as well.
Yes.
All of those Sachi boys.
Recipient of a Best Defender and a Best Passer Award in Nationals.
Was
Past.
too. Brad Tarkai showing he's still got passing in him.
Black.
Giles not quite closing
Just
that out.
hanging out the washing there a wee bit, giving a bit of a target for the hitter there. Just needs to work, pushing his hands back to 6, getting that close out.
Just coming on the screen there was Sam Frankham, another legend of the game.
Yes. Not called upon by Coach Massey as of yet.
Oh, to have that experience of an ex-MVP, ex-New Zealand captain on your bench.
And Tarkai once again proving to be a bee in the bonnet of this Nelson Pine side is Tarkai.
Alan's certainly happy with the performance of the boys. And of course being one of the senior heads on there and one of the founders of Playaz.
Oh, off the head. Oh,
Nick
Turner.
Turner. Unassuming little dump there. Not much to the man, is there?
Yes. No. But what there is of him is quality.
Pure quality. He's like a high grade
Yep.
sitter. See Mike Dudson there, walking in, getting a seat, trying to find himself a seat to watch the game. Trevor with a nice up there.
Oh, Black.
Luis with a big high play.
Great touch from Black.
he
Just
is
not
happy with
quite
it.
enough to get underneath it. And continue the point. You see the hustle from all the players here, not willing to let that ball die. It's just part and parcel of these semi-finals.
With a team like Nelson, you cannot let them in either. And both sides know that.
Turner going up against Harty.
Unlucky there.
Takai again. He is hard to stop. And Nelson have yet to come up with a solution.
Kieran with a nice high swing.
Drew some touches there. Bit of a late call from the linesman, but in the end the right call was made.
Lineman, of course, is Cody Robinson from the Marwell team. Unfortunately, the boys there lost their semi-final, so that means they have to do duty. Good chase down there by Simon. Coming back over. Pines look to resettle their defence. We're sending it wide. Getting the split.
Keke there.
Waikiki knows what to do with it.
Having a whale of a time at the moment, our players. They are just enjoying every moment out there.
Nick Turner yelling out the calls to the boys he wants to run. What offense systems he wants to run. See how it pans out. Great swing there. Can Allen chase it down? No, he can't.
Proraki just turning that one across the shoulder. Good touch from Luis. He's upset with himself, but he shouldn't be too upset. Good touch. Unfortunate that Allen just couldn't chase it down, but always a difficult ball to chase. Turner back to serve. Can he reproduce his last efforts?
Harty turning it there.
As I said, he's been rather quiet, but nevertheless he's still there and he's still making an impact.
He's a big guy. Big man with a big jump.
Indeed.
You've got that much time in the air, you're able to turn it where you need to. And I'd actually like to see more of that in this game. But perhaps it's a tactic.
Takai sending that one into the net.
Ooh, some untidy volleyball there.
Trevor just sending that one a bit too far. Black and Gibbs just closing that one out. Proraki to serve again. Oh, all in the court. You'll have that one again. Fault one.
Good serve there, putting the pressure on the passes.
Takai
Just sitting in a little wide.
fires up on that one. Sends it skittling into the Nelson bench. And that's enough for players to take time out. As we look over to the game between Mulwell and the Shirley Silverbacks, Shirley up 17-14 in the fourth, so could be heading to a fifth and final deciding set in that one.
As all the boys make it back on court. Taryn lining up the serve. And will obviously try to throw players off their game right now.
That's a win. You see all the players there pointing at their coach, Massey. Always a bit of a tip of the hat to the coach when you get a service area out of a timeout.
Obviously, it's never a good time to miss a serve, but in particular, you'd hate to miss it on a timeout or
big John Gibbs
or a match
with the
slash
double
set
overhand fist pump. Rocky Balboa-esque. He's well up for this, the big man. What can he do on the service line?
Pines just not finding their rhythm as a team with the serving, are they?
No, they're just sort of stunting their runs with these missed serves. Just not letting the points flow.
Kieran with a wonderful pass. Oh, actually, I take that back. Might have been a bit too high there for Nick Turner. Oh, well played by Sticky. The benefits of having a left hand up front court.
Shows you don't have to just absolutely go for every ball. Showing his finesse.
Brad with a nice pass there.
Allen sending that one long. Appealing.
Gone for touches off the block at some point.
Coach Des is overridden linesman's call.
Des is calling it. It's gone touch. And Des is pulling out a card. And we have a yellow card here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we were informed at the start of the week that the referees would be taking a harder line around sanctions, around yellow and red cards, so sharing an example of it here.
So what does this yellow card mean for the Pines team?
It's just a warning as such, so no loss of points, nothing sinister. However, another yellow card will result in a red card, meaning a loss of points, so Pines players will just have to behave themselves.
No doubt they're going to be a bit fired up after that point.
As you see there, Black just carving that one inside the block. Yeah. Great work from Peterson to hold the middle blocker, giving Black plenty of options on the outside.
Pines there just checking with the score bench to make sure they're in the right rotation and they have the right server ready to serve. Here as we go back into it. Giles up on the serve line. He's obviously want to go for it in this time. Oh, unlucky, just pushing it a little bit long.
The service here is really starting to hurt the Pines side.
Certainly they start looking at themselves. As a coach,
Wouldn't be nice, would it? Having your players miss all those serves. Great block by Hati there.
Pro Reki. All too familiar with pulling off those hands.
Great serve there by Simon. Oh, we're seeing some very high volleyball here. Well above the height of around the height of the top of the aerial.
Yeah, it's where you like the game to be played.
Someone like you, I'd imagine that'd be quite a good place. Big old snake.
Oh. Only on my tippy toes.
Tippity hooves. Oh! Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, for yelling at the microphone there.
Says not up in here.
Just putting a bus shelter over that ball. And a good call by Colin there, calling a
Needing to show a
timeout.
little bit more respect to one of the best blockers in the country.
The vertical jump that Hati has, you definitely don't want to be doing something like that.
Chose a very bad time to be testing out his block.
And of course, as I was saying, Colin chose a good time to have a timeout, just sort of break that rhythm, because the players have really enjoyed that ball. And it seems the women's semi-final is going to go to 5 sets, with Shirley about to win the 4th set. We'll keep you posted on the results of that one as it eventuates and unfolds. But right now, back to the men's 2nd semi-final. Great touch by Louise. Just not quite able to.
Loving that shot over the shoulder.
Someone like him, you give him one-on-one, he'll know where to put it.
Yeah. He's been around the block. Too good to pass up on those sort of opportunities.
His eyes would have lit up when he had no blockers out there.
Yes. His glasses would have fogged up.
See, he's playing with glasses. Has that been a thing for this season?
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen in previous years, but not too sure if they're a prescription or if they're just a fashion statement. Either way, I like them.
Well, they clearly do match the aesthetics.
Yes.
To see that point with Luca making a great up, just not quite controlling it to be on his side.
Tako, surely there's
fault.
Big foot fault. Just overstepping the mark there a wee bit, misjudged his run up.
Classical to Motai trick, that one.
Pro-Reki finding those seams between the players. Blue managing to find a way out of that one. Set wasn't perfect, but he managed to find a way. Kill that ball.
And that is a big blocking front court. Oh, bit of miscommunication there as well.
Ah, Glue. He knows how to find a point.
He does.
He's fired up.
Alan read it, but wasn't able to pull his hands away in time.
And Coach Massey says, that's enough, boys. Let's have a hooey.
Grab the oranges, lads. Yeah, so Jake's just pointing out that we are now 23-24 in the women's semi-final. I called it too early, unfortunately. Mawa have clawed their way back into the game. We are now at 24 all. The Moa women can actually take this. Very exciting stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Right now we're back into the men's semi-final.
where things go to with this game. It's 19-17. It's anybody's game still.
Oh, being glue.
And he likes it.
Says, jump on my shoulders, boys. We're away.
The crowd are loving it as well. And I see he's getting a lot of props there from his bench. They like it.
A lot
That's
of
what they
support
came to
here
see.
for the Nelson fraternity. Friends and family.
Just a boat ride really for the Nelson people, isn't it?
Oh, Big John Gibbs.
Oh, Trevor with a nice touch. Oh, Waikiki unfortunately just hitting it a bit too wide there.
And the momentum has swung back in Nelson's favour. They've popped out to a 4-point lead here. Roraki back to serve again.
Nice play there.
Takai has been their go-to man so far today. They may look to use him a bit more if they want to climb their way back into this set.
Torn right now, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have probably got the luxury of having both screens open and seeing both these semi-finals unfold from this commentating box. I have to sort of pick and choose which game to watch, and they're both very exciting. This one here, we have John on the serve slide. He thinks, I can take it on home. With a serve like that, he probably can.
Black showing a snap, nice and high, putting that one away. 23-18 now, Nelson. Massey looking to the bench, bringing in Logan King, middle. Ex-Odomodai product, I believe.
Running the middle, is he? He is too. Waikiki with a nice line. John just unable to get a touch to bring it up and back to play.
Great contact on that ball.
Always has had great contact.
Rings with the ears.
The timing on the guy.
Plenty of revs on that ball.
Definitely got an interesting hitting style in that his whole, gets his hip, shoulder, elbow, everything gets whipped into it. And the power that it comes at it, you can see why.
And as you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, the Shirley women in a huddle, that's because they've just taken the fourth set, 26-24, so we're heading into a fifth and final deciding set in the second women's semi-final.
Meanwhile, in this game, it seems players have taken the timeout.
If you're not up to much in Wellington at 10:15 on this Friday evening, pop on down. Still plenty of volleyball to come.
At least another set here. For the women's at least. For the men's, we won't know until another few more points. So you got a game tomorrow, Jake?
Yes, us the Shirley Silverbacks, we have a playoff for 7th and 8th.
Not
just
bad.
slipping away. Yeah, a couple of results today just didn't go our way, so 7th and 8th is our swan song tomorrow up against the Capital Wolves, based out of Wellington here, so it'll be a tough contest, but I'm sure the boys will get up for it for the last game of the tournament, last game of the season.
No doubt the Capital Wolves will be there with plenty of support.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
Waikiki with a nice ace.
that's one way to keep your side in this match.
As I keep alluding to, the players are very happy when they get a good point.
Yes. On red pass. Opting. Oh, he's called it now, he can't. Oh, he's been told to send him back.
Sticky with an uncharacteristic
No
error.
touches on that ball.
We've got a sub here for Pines.
Yeah, they're bringing in number 12, Sean Mayava. Potentially just here looking for An
blocking
offensive option.
Offensive.
Looking to get a side out, potentially in a hold. All they'll need here.
We need 2-23. This is a nail biter.
Yeah, this is anyone game from here. It's just a matter of who wants it more.
This is the games you live for, eh? Really tight points. Sort of need to dig deep, get extra.
Oh, Black.
And Luis knows who's got the hot
Great
hands.
touch from Proraki.
Oh, they've given players an easy ball. Something you want to do. But
And again, the point
Pines-
stays alive.
Hines
but
trusted
Pines-
defense. Players are loving that one. They take that point to draw
And
the set.
Stadium erupts. 23 all, folks.
Players showing true emotion.
Waikiki absolutely clutch on the service line here, keeping his side in this set. What can he produce now?
Ideally, he just needs to do the same as those last few serves.
Guarantee
Nothing
if there's
more,
a
nothing
service
less.
ace right now, tops will be removed.
It's a pity you can't see us here in the commentating box.
Oh,
They managed to keep that in play.
Wow.
Luis showing class. You do not need the power. You just need the technique and the accuracy. He knows.
And
Pine
as
steering
it
down the
happens
barrel.
now,
Pine steering down the barrel of a match point. This is where those hours of training will come in for them. Keeping calm. Trevor with a nice up,
That's
Luis
it.
with the set. Waikiki with the swing. Terran. Brad with a great defensive play. We're seeing full commitment here, people. And unlucky. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
Playaz have just made it through to the final for the second time. And
that is a comeback if ever I've seen one.
you are seeing full emotion here, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a pleasure commentating this game for you. I'm Tommy Malcolm, and with me is Jake Darling.
Thank you for listening, folks.
We'll
Tune
go
in tomorrow
celebrate
night.
with these guys.